Hey everyone, Soundwave884 in the Transformers Studio Series review. In this review, take a look at Studio Series 86, number 26, Dinobot Swoop Leader Class version. And here is his box right there. Inside you get a display piece of Autobot City for when they're trying to take down Devastator. Turn this side, more artwork, turn the back side. 21 steps will get you all the way around. It's the Battle of Autobot City. Right here, Swoop and the Dinobots drop in to destroy Devastator. And I don't think they really succeeded. To the side, more artwork. And here we go. So that's your box here for Studio Series Swoop. It is one of the more sturdier kind of boxes now. Still no plastic or anything. So that still can lead to damages of the figure during shipping, putting on the shelf. People can fiddle with it. People can take stuff. And then scratches and stuff can more easily happen to your figure. Of course, inside the box, you'll get your handy dandy instructions. Decent little booklet. Got lots of little steps, but he's pretty easy to transform. And here is Swoop. And I did say, I will say, I transformed him without looking at the instructions, because he's very intuitive. You can just pretty much know where everything's going to go on this guy. And also, if you don't, you can just always look at the back of the box and say, yeah, I know what I'm doing. But you can look at this figure and just figure out the transmission pretty easily. Now his accessories he comes with these little missiles here. It comes wrapped in the tissue on the back side of the cardboard. The gold tips are separate. You have to plug them or peg them in. You put them here. On this side, if you want this kind of look, or you can take them and you put them on the back side, back here on these peg holes. If you want that kind of look, you want them on the back. Now the wings, you can have them out like this. They are hinges, so you can hinge them back and forth. And you have this part here hinged as well. And these tab in. You can take this down. You can bring the wings more around like this if you want this kind of look where you have it coming down, as opposed to being more tidy and neat like that. This comes around, tabs in. Other accessories, he comes with two swords. You got this sword right here, which is a sword for Swoop. Either hand will do. Just put that in. It's pretty sharp here on the plastic tip. He also comes with this sword right here, which is pretty much made for your Studio Series 86 Grimlock. So we'll bring him in real quick. There's my Grimlock. He's got upgrade accessories on him. He's got a crown, which is from, I believe, Matrix Workshop. This little clear piece here and this sword are from Non-F Productions. I do have, I think, a crown from Non-F as well. So this is the sword here that I've given him from Non-F Productions. Some comparisons here. You see the one from Non-F is a little bit more of a deeper red, and this is more of a reddish orange, the one that comes with Swoop. Very much resemble each other. Of course, one of Non-F has more of a, I'll say, rectangular peg. This one is more rounded. Non-F's is slightly taller, I believe, if you put it from like there. Yeah, just very slightly taller. Take this and we'll just put that in his hand. Now your Grimlock can have a sword too. Now the instructions show you keep it with Swoop. You'll have dual swords, and you can tab these in his alt mode as well. Some comparison shots real quick. We have, of course, Studio Series 86 Grimlock, and we have a Studio Series 86 Slug. So you can get a sense of his scale. Swoop is smaller, but he was always the smallest Dinobot in the cartoon. Always a little bit shorter than the others. So he scales just right in this little get-up right here. It looks good. I think Swoop is one of the best looking of the Studio Series 86 Dinobots in robot mode. And compared to, say, Sludge and Slug, yeah. Grimlock, I think, is overall the best looking. Snarl is also really good in robot mode. I didn't get all my Dinobots out because I've been moving my room around, my display and everything. I had these two readily available, so I'm doing Swoop with the Grimlock and Slug. Now, articulation on Swoop, he's got all the bells and whistles you're going to want. Knees to there. And you can keep going. He's got the extra joint. Slightly like ratcheted. You can kind of hear it there. Some little small catches. You got ankle tilts for days. You have this little back piece back here, which kind of bugs me a little bit. Toe rocks here. You get your upper thigh swivels up here. Pretty tight joint. Let's move his arms out. See, you should get full splits. Ratchets on the hips going forward and back. Like soft ratchets. You just got a good catch right there. No clickety click clicks. But you get the nice catches. Arms, elbows. There's no ratchets at all there. Upper bicep swivel. You get wrist swivel as well. Shoulders you can do out to there. 360 them around. You just have to keep the wings out of your way. Move his arms like that. It's got to do a little finagling. You can do that if you want to. You just have a 360 waist swivel. You will have to move the head up, and then you can spin it around. Otherwise, it will hit the sides of the hips. Push it back down. Here, it kind of catches around the head easily. Comes untapped pretty easily, though, so you got to be a little careful with that. Head, you got to go down. A slight slide up. 360 all the way around. And you got a little wobble to and fro. So that is your articulation here on Studio Series 86 Swoop. Overall, like I said, the robot mode, he looks really good. Here we'll do a quick comparison with his animation model. Keep hitting all the crap that's hanging off of him. So while it's not perfect, it's going to be really hard to get to be looking perfect when you have to factor in the transformation for the figures. I think they did a really good job here with Swoop. Now, my biggest complaint so far in robot mode, he is sort of fiddly. Some of the feet are like the loose joints here. You got like a little catch. But it's just, they come undone really easily. These little things back here move around. That's probably my biggest complaint in robot mode, is just his feet and getting him to balance on the back side there. Now, when you do his ankle tilts, he does have this piece here which sort of fills in the gaps and goes right into the left there. And it does catch, and that's a good thing for like transformation. That little slight lock. So overall, you get the gold paint here on the legs. For his, I think it's Pteranodon is what it is. He's a Pteranodon or pterodactyl. I want to say he's a Pteranodon. So you get some black paint here, I believe, or it might actually be a piece of plastic. Yeah, this is plastic molded, and it's just caught in between the two pieces of the leg. Black plastic here, blue plastic for the back part, blue plastic here. And best I can tell with this here, this is actually gold plastic, because this is blue paint on the plastic. This is gold. There's nothing else there. And if you bring this up and peg this tabs in on this tab here on this abdomen, you can see there's gold, like there's a gray plastic here, but that's just screwed into this plastic. And there's blue plastic here, but this gold goes around that. So best I can tell, this is actually gold plastic. And from what I gather, they have fixed the GPS problems, the gold plastic syndrome. But I guess Swoop here will tell us in time. I guess in 5-10 years down the road, if he starts crumbling, it'll be this part here. Unless I'm just missing something, because even this is just red paint on that. It says gold otherwise. Gold paint on the tips of this. I believe these are red plastic. Yeah, it's red plastic. Painted gold. A little bit of black paint here on the tip. On his arms here, on most of his body, he has silver. Like his wings are painted silver. I believe this is all painted. You get like dark gray. But here, this is more like a silver plastic, and you get this plastic here. If we turn to the back side, you can see it's actually, it might not pick it too well on camera, it's two shades. You see how this one's darker, this is lighter, this is the same. This here is what his forearms are. This back part here is what his biceps are, which is the plastic that normally yellows. It's that more matte plastic. I don't know my plastics, but yeah, it's more that type of plastic there. Or the plastic you'll see on other Transformers that ends up turning yellow. Might not yellow in these figures. Hopefully they have fixed and resolved that problem. We'll have to wait to see. Let's take a look at his head sculpt. We got blue plastic in there for the eyes. We got red plastic around the head here. And then you got a silver painted face. Done really good. I do have a few little nicks on his face. See right there under that eye. There's a nick, and then it goes down this little line down to his jaw. And that's the problem with open window boxes. They can happen nicks and stuff in the factories as they're packaging them. But with this being an open window, things can more easily get inside the box and scratch up your collectibles. Turn to the back side and see a look at the blue plastic here. The silver paint and stuff on the back of the wings. We'll zoom back out. You can see all that. We got silver paint like on the back legs here on the thighs. Red paint down here as well. So it's a nice looking Swoop, a lovely figure. And it finally completes the Studio Series 86 Dinobots after how many years? It's been like 3.5 years that these guys have been coming out. It's a very slow trickle the way they release figures nowadays. You don't get the entire, team in one wave. You have to wait them out over the course of a year or 2 years. 3 years. It's really a slow go for some of this. Alright, so we're going to transform Swoop into his Pteranodon or his alt mode. Very simple. I'm not even going to look at the instructions. Like I said, I didn't do that when I first did it. I don't think I missed anything. Fold his hands in. They will lock into place. Like that. Straighten his arms out. We're going to bring this piece down. We're going to pull back on the wings, pull back on this, on his chest piece. You see the little circle indents here, little circles here. That's for sure it catches on this. So the chest isn't perfect in robot mode, and if you want to move his arms, sometimes you will undo the chest pieces. So we're going to bring this up like this, and it's going to come down. There's a little notch on top of his head, and this little tab is going to come, and it's going to lock in on his head here. And we want to bring this up like that. I'm going to push this piece down. Now his chest here, we're going to work this down. You can see there's tab, and there's going to be a slot over here. So we're going to work the chest down. Easier said than done. It's not hard. It's just I'm on camera doing this, and it makes it a little bit harder. When you're doing this on your own, things like this aren't that hard. So bring that down. We're gonna bring his arms down to your sides. Come down into the feet. Fold these up. This goes right inside there. Fold this down until it locks into place. Now it doesn't lock as well as the other. And we're going to bring the wings down. You can see here there is a slot and a tab that's going to catch right inside of there, and there's a slot and a tab here that's going to lock into that. So we're going to bring that down. Now that's going to catch and to lock into place. Here to the wings, we're going to bring this out. This tabs in. There's a tab here. There's a slot right there. So we just want to level this piece out here, untab that, bring this down around, tab it down there, bring this piece out, level it, bring that down and around like that. You can see here there's these blue tabs on his back, slots on his feet. I'm just going to fold that up and tap that into place. Like that. You come down to his arms. You see how they just come out like that. And you just pull those to the sides like that. And you have transformed Swoop into his alt mode. And I said these tabs here don't say tabbed in very well. There you go. He's got a long wingspan. As you can see, we'll bring in Grimlocks. You can see just how long that wingspan is. Which goes the whole length there of the camera. So you're going to be bumping stuff left and right. Oh, you also fold the feet down like that when he's flying. But if you want to leave him this way, then you can set him down. And you can just bring his head down. Oops. It helps if I have his entire head. Like that. That way you have Swoop. Tell Swoop, good park up. That's how you can do it like that. So that is Swoop in his alt mode. Now the sword, instructions do show you, you can have that peg. You see he's got peg holes on either side. You can just peg that in. That is pretty much your weapon storage for Swoop. Another cool thing about it, just like a lot of the other Dinobots here, you open his mouth up, so you have that hinge there. You also have a peg there for blast effects, so you can do the spitting fire effect like you can with the other Studio Series 86 dinos. So Swoop has one of the easiest transformations of all the Studio Series 86 Dinobots. It's very intuitive. You know where things are going to go anyway. It's really nice. Just got to get the chest tabs to tab in. They don't lock in too good. They also don't lock in too good in the actual robot mode. You get this little hinge there, so you can have his wings flap if you want to do that. My biggest complaint, and it's a complaint on a lot of the Studio Series and even other just regular mainline Transformers, is a lot of the tabs don't fully tab in or lock in. You see this is already coming down too. So that's probably my biggest complaint here on Swoop. Comparison here with Earthrise Cliff Jumper, so you can get a little sense of his scale. He is a big bird. Really hard to do on camera here because of his wingspan. As I want to turn him around, his long ass wings are just hitting the camera, or they're hitting the back of my display, the ground. It's really hard, you know, to get him on camera and be, you know, easy with it. He's just got a lot of stuff going everywhere, but it's a nice little bird mode. Pterodactyl, Pteranodon. I believe he's a Pteranodon. He's nice. Looks nice. So final thoughts here on Studio Series 86 Swoop. Biggest complaints are just some of the tabs don't hold very well. And that's really my biggest complaint. He's got a little loose feet issue. You can still get him in some good poses. And I'll have some pictures coming up right here of posing. I mean, he poses well. He can just give you some frustrations at times. At least my copy. This could be a your mileage may vary kind of thing. But he completes the set finally after so long. He looks good with the other Studio Series 86 Dinobots. I think he'll make a good shelf piece. And his alt mode, while not great, is very simple to transform him. That is a bonus though. You don't need everything to be overly complex. Not a lot of twisting, turning. Just collapse his chest, fold his legs back, fold his wings out, and you're good to go. Anyway, thanks for watching this review. Till the next one. Peace out.